What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing, man? Welcome to today's edition of SWAC Talk, the show we cover the SWAC inside and out. Of course, I'm your tour guide around the SWAC. See what else coming at you. And we are going to recap the SWAC championship game took place yesterday in Jackson, Mississippi. Man, I had the opportunity to be up there, man. Had a good time, minus the final score, but it was a good outing, man. Weather was a little chilly, but it was still fun. Shout out to everybody that went to Jackson, man, and most definitely shout out to everybody that I met that watches the show, man, y'all don't know how much that means to me for y'all to be like, man, did that see well? And come over and speak. So, like I said, I'm just a dude doing a show, but that does mean a lot to me, man. Let me know that y'all watch and appreciate what we do here in the Swag Talk family. So, like I said, man, anytime y'all see us, man, don't hey, come through, stop, chop it up, have a good time. Hell, I found out Willie Simmons got a job at FIU from talking to people yesterday. So, thank y'all, for tuning in, man, and continue to rock with us. And, like I said, you see any of us out, man, just stop through, dap us up and holler. We definitely appreciate it. So, um, Celebration Bowl Pick'em is up. The link is up. It's on my Twitter, which will be a pinned tweet as usual. It's also on my Facebook and my Instagram, which are both Swag Talk. The link is gonna be in the description below this video. So definitely get in on this one. This is the last Pick'em link for the season. We do have a tie for first place right now between Jamie G and Lawrence. So we're gonna implement a tiebreaker. So I have it on the sheet already. Once you pick your winner, put your final score. Whoever gets closest to the final score will break all ties. So we're just gonna have a little fun with this. This is the last one. So I definitely appreciate everybody for playing. I mean, we've had over 33 people participate in this. So I'd like to thank all of y'all for getting in. I know everybody didn't play every week, but I appreciate everybody for doing this. It was kind of something we kind of did spur of the moment. So I'd like to thank everybody for playing, even if you played 1 week. Thank you for getting down with this and just rocking with us, man. We definitely appreciate it all. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel while you're here. Like the video and comment your thoughts on the game. And we'll preview the Celebration Bowl on Wednesday. Big game, man. This is this game is what it's supposed to be. Topping the SWAC, topping the MEAC. No pretenders, no nothing. Best two teams out of each conference. Top two teams HBCU football. That's what it's supposed to be about. You don't need anybody making it that who ain't supposed to be there. Hey, they took care of business. They handled all hurdles, and now they are one game away from winning the HBCU national championship. Speaking of this game, this was a tale of two halves. Honestly, first half, I thought Southern was able to do some things and kind of not necessarily control the game, but do some things and keep themselves in the game, keep themselves in the hunt, and kind of make this be the kind of game that I felt like it needed to be for them to win. Unfortunately, for Jackson State, Jacoby and Morgan went down. I don't know his status. Zy McDonald came in and he put on a show. And he did what next man up. He came in, he operated the offense very well with his legs, hit some timely passes, and Southern never really was able to stop them, especially in the second half, coming out in the second half and getting two early scores to jump up by 10 and kind of put the game away right then and there. Southern had the opportunities to at least keep themselves within punching distance, but turnovers and just, offense stymied because JSU made some adjustments, really slowed Southern down and, put a rough end to this season, which was, not obviously for Southern, pick fourth, won the division. Like I say that, Southern I always said Southern was like, a old broken down car or mangy mutt running around the street, dodging traffic, and got hit by a blue and white 18 wheeler, man. It just, at the second half just kind of got away from them. JSU did what a great team's supposed to do, take a punch from a team and then throw a haymaker and get the game out of the way. So, I think Southern had even with JSU starting to surge, I think Southern still had opportunities, but JSU defense made the plays and the offense made some plays and just, kept them from having to worry about a late Southern comeback. So let's go ahead and take a look at the scoring summary for this game. Like I said, Jackson State scored first on a Gerardo Beza 42-yard field goal that came with 141 left in the first quarter. Southern would get on the board with 11:52 left in the second quarter when Josh Griffin would kick a 38-yard field goal, tie the game up at 3. Southern would get the ball and score with 4:58 left in the second quarter when Xavier T-Set would get a 1-yard run, 10-3 at that point after the extra point. Right before the half, Jackson State would score with 39 seconds left in the first half when Imari Matthews would get a 2-yard run. 10-10 was our halftime score. JSU would come out the half and drive on their initial first half, second half drive. They would drive 65 yards in 7 plays and score on an Herb Mulligan 2-yard run, 17-10. And then Basil would get a field goal with 8:05 left in the third to put Jackson State up 20-10. And then McDonald would bust a 23-yard touchdown run with 2:15 left in the third quarter. Jackson State went up 27-10. At that point, Southern would come back and score with 14:07 left in the game on a Josh Griffin 28-yard field goal. Jackson State would get a Jonas Fortillion 13-yard pass from McDonald to go up 34-13 with 6:22 left in the game. And then with 3:54 left in the game, Travis Terrell will get a 2-yard run for Jackson State to make the final score 41-13. Like I said, I thought this was a back and forth first half. I thought both teams, were filling each other out. And, Southern kind of did a good job in the first half of not making the mistakes they made in the first matchup. But Jackson State took those punches and, they came out and they did what they needed to do in the second half. Southern finished with 18 first downs, Jackson State 25. Southern 133 yards on the ground, 275 for Jackson State. Southern had a much better rushing attack this time compared to the first matchup, but still not enough. But they ran 133 yards, 37 carries, 3.6 yards per carry, and 1 touchdown. Jackson State 275 on the ground, 50 carries, 5.5 yards per carry, 4 touchdowns. JSU wanted to run the ball. They ran the ball 50 times, so they established early that was going to be their game plan. I think they knew that they had the advantage in the trenches. And, even if things don't work, the defense is probably going to bail you out. So, why don't you go ahead and just try to smash the ball down the field? You got a great back in Mulligan. You got a nice change of pace guy, Terrell. And, you got quarterbacks that can move. So why not do that? And that's what they did. Really solid run game for them. Southern 180 yards through the air, 15-34, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Jackson State 110 through the air, 8 of 15, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Total offense, Southern 313 yards of offense on the day, 71 plays, 4.4 yards per play. They had 4 fumbles and lost 2 of them, so 4 turnovers are definitely going to kill you in a game like this. They had 11 penalties for 77 yards. Jackson State 385 yards of offense, 65 plays, 5.9 yards per play. They fumbled 5 times but didn't lose any of them. And the majority of their fumbles were on bad snaps from bad shotgun snaps. 8 penalties for 66 yards. Southern punted for a 32-yard average on 7 punts. Jackson State a 40.6-yard average on 5 punts. Southern was 6 of 17 on third down, 1 for 1 on fourth down, 3 of 4 in the red zone, and they had 4 sacks. Jackson State 2 of 10 on third down, didn't attempt a fourth down. They were 5 of 5 in the red zone, and they had 3 sacks. Southern was led by T-Set going 11 of 21 passing, 127 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. He was sacked 3 times. Noah Biden 4 for 13, 53 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. He was sacked once, so they put 3 sacks on the team stats, but it's actually 4 for Jackson State. McDonald was 6 of 11 for Jackson State, 75 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He was sacked once. Jacobian Morgan 2 for 4 for 35 yards. He was sacked. He had 1 interception. He was sacked 3 times. T-Set led Southern with 14 carries for 56 yards. and 1 touchdown. Dylan 9 for 41. Rhymes 6 for 31. Irv Mulligan 23 carries, 116 yards, 1 touchdown. McDonald 8 for 95 and a touchdown. Terrell 10 for 47 and a touchdown. Darren Morris led Southern with 6 catches for 65 yards. Fuller 2 for 42. Gardner led Jackson State with 4 catches for 71 yards. Fortillion 2 for 23 and a touchdown. Vince Page led Southern with 9 tackles on the night. Givens, Harry, Williams, and Fuller each had 1 tackle for loss. Sacks went to Givens, Harry, and they saying Fuller, but it had to be Williams. I don't know. They got something different on here. Interceptions went to Johnson and Johnson. Rodney Johnson and Horatio Johnson both had interceptions. Shamar Hawkins led Jackson State with 8 tackles. Ashton Taylor led them with 2 tackles for loss. Taylor, Hawkins, and Nobles each had a sack. Interceptions were by McDaniel. He had 2 sacks, 2 interceptions on the night. And like I said, just a really solid second half of JSU. Southern, hung around, just couldn't find that magic that they had been finding in the second half when they, played against a team who could take those punches and was not gonna wilt under any pressure. So JSU picked up a big win. They win the SWAC championship. Southern drops to 8-5 on the season and comes up short in their 5th straight SWAC championship game. So if you're a Southern fan, you gotta not like the fact that every time you been to a recent championship game, you come up short, and none of them were necessarily close. So that has to be pretty frustrating. But if you're a Jackson State fan, it's great to finish the regular season 8-0 in conference, 11-2 overall, and going to Atlanta and with the opportunity to win this Celebration Bowl. So, like I said, we'll be back Wednesday to preview this game, and also, since everybody but Jackson State has now put the pads up, it's basketball season for the majority of us. I'm going to wait until after the Celebration Bowl to really start to talk basketball, but I'll probably do like a pre-SWAC conference play, preview, probably next week sometime to kind of, start to move into basketball a little bit after the Celebration Bowl. Want to let football completely wrap up. I'm gonna do a season recap. Probably do an East Division recap and a West Division recap after the Celebration Bowl. This week gonna probably be pretty light. Like I said, gonna do our preview on Wednesday, and then on Thursday will be SWAC Smoke, and then Sunday will be our recap of Celebration Bowl. So with that being said, man, I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in and rocking with us this entire season, man. It seemed like the season just started, but it's just about over. So, football moves so fast, like Ferris Bueller say, it moves pretty fast. You don't stop, take a look once in a while, you're going to miss it. So football just move right past you before anything. But with that being said, man, I'm your tour guide around the SWAC, See Well signing out, and I will catch y'all on the rebound. Peace.